Hello guys, this is part 2 of the last video that I made to clear things up a little bit more. I get questions every single day and some of them I find that I'm repeating myself, so I'll just make a separate video because it seems like people are curious about certain topics and then also help out people who might have the same questions. So I'm gonna be quick with this, but I'm gonna put a little disclaimer that I'm not Big Hit, I don't work for Big Hit or Reply, maybe someday. For every single answer, I either say maybe, probably, likely, unlikely. I'm never like 1000% sure. I just try to make educated guesses in case I don't know. I try to find the best sources I can. There are Twitter accounts that are like verified translators on Twitter, so I use them for most of my sources and where I get most of my information, or from past events that have happened. If some stuff doesn't turn out exactly as I said, obviously that's why. I can't know everything for sure. I'm gonna start off with the most common concern that I got, and that was the whole middle name business on your membership card. Someone underneath my comments actually emailed Reply and they said that it wasn't such a big problem. It was a problem if you were gonna use it for muster or if you were going to Korea. I did figure that that was most likely going to be the case just because security in Europe and America is just not that strict. They're not gonna go through every single person's membership and ID card and ticket to see that the names match, okay? So don't worry if you didn't put your middle name. They're not gonna be going through everyone's name and kicking people out just because they didn't put their middle names. There's also a possibility that security might not check ID at all. No alignment with like name and ticket whatsoever. So if you've bought a ticket and there's someone else's name on it and not yours, and it's like a pre-sale ticket, I don't know that they're gonna make such a big deal, to be honest with you. But don't get too comfortable with what I said, okay? Because for Soundcheck and VIP, I'm 1000% sure that they will check IDs there. Someone asked me if Reply and Weverse memberships were the same. Yes, it's the same thing. Another pretty major concern that I got, which I can't honestly answer, but I will try to make an educated guess, and that is that if you win the raffle, or the pre-sale, if you will, you have the chance of getting 2 tickets. Thing is, when you buy those tickets, there's most likely going to be only one name on both tickets. People wanted to know, does that other person have to have the membership ID? I think most likely, yes, they will probably have to. Or if a parent is gonna buy the ticket for you, make sure that the Ticketmaster account has your name on it if your name is also on the membership card. I'm not so sure that you can take people who don't have the membership. But then, for example, I don't know how it's gonna work when they check the tickets, because maybe it might be the case that your ID works for both tickets. I really don't know. I don't know. I'd say it's rather safer to have both people have the ID, and then I think you're safe for sure. I got a lot of people also saying that they bought the membership, but when they saw that you could only purchase 2 tickets, what do? Very simple solution. If you're buying for more than 2 people, then you wait for the general sale, because you can get up to maximum 4 tickets on Ticketmaster. I know you probably wasted a bit of money buying the membership. I know that's kind of inconvenient, but it's just the way it is. When is the pre-sale / sale for Barca, Berlin, and London? We don't know yet. Big Hit hasn't announced it. Keep an eye out on Twitter and on Weverse. You will get an announcement just like we did for North America. These dates, like the 5th, 6th, and 7th, aren't for Europe, okay? I'm seeing a lot of people get confused. When do I have to wake up? What time do I have to be on Ticketmaster? You don't. We haven't received any information about Europe yet, or Korea for that matter. There's still quite a bit of time for Europe, so I'm kind of thinking that we'll probably get more information later in February, so you have more time to stress out. Don't worry. I know a lot of you are probably in a hurry to book hotels and plane tickets. I know it's kind of inconvenient because you really have to do it last minute, but please don't be in a rush to book things before you actually get tickets, because sometimes, you know, things just kind of don't go your way, you know. I also want to mention this really quick because it's kind of confusing for when the actual sale happens, like what time exactly. I know on Ticketmaster it says 3 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. However, I'm pretty sure I've seen several sources say that it's actually depending on the venue. So it's 3 p.m. but 3 p.m. for each venue, you know what I mean? So it just depends on where your location is. I mean, it's up to you. I got that from like reliable sources on Twitter, but then also this one is Ticketmaster, which is like the most reliable source you can have. Either way, just be there early so you don't get surprised when tickets are already on sale. For anyone that's asking how do you know there will be extra dates, there's a link for you in the description. Big Hit announced it right after they announced the official dates, that they had some extra ones which weren't confirmed yet. Do I know the locations to these places? Unfortunately, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna put this little section in here, but for anyone that's completely and utterly confused about how the membership works, or if you're a parent and you want really really good tickets for your daughter or your son, like VIP or soundcheck, please understand that there are people who have been fans for a very long time that know exactly how the membership works. They know exactly how pre-sale, sale, Ticketmaster, and ticketing works, but even they don't get those tickets. It really comes down to a lot of luck. Sometimes it doesn't even come to understanding how things work. Demand is also extremely high right now. There's a lot of competition. Just think of it as a university that everyone wants to go into and only 10 people get to, you know, like there aren't only 10 places for soundcheck, by the way. It's just an analogy. However, there is a very simple solution to this, and it's just to wait for the general sale like everyone else. There are plenty of tickets there as well if you really, really want to go. I know it's very complicated to understand how anything in the front row works. Also, maybe you can get more educated later on. So see how everything goes when you're on the normal seats, and maybe a year later you can read like announcements or like blog posts, etc. Kind of learn how the whole process is. So I've been informed that websites like StubHub and Vivid Seats have already started selling tickets for some reason. Please do not fall for this. They are absolutely 1000% fakes. The general sale tickets aren't even out yet. The pre-sale tickets aren't even out yet. So I don't know where these are popping up from. Also, I'll just say this just in case. StubHub, Vivid Seats, Viagogo, these websites are really like Russian roulette. They're like 10 fake tickets and like 2 real ones. Please be careful when you're purchasing from there because there are a lot of scammers. Just keep that in mind, that sometimes if the price is too good, then it's probably not real. So a couple of things about the membership. Is it free? No, it's not. Where can I get it? The Reply store. Do I get anything for free? No, you don't. No Bon Voyage, no Burn the Stage, nothing like that. You have to pay for those. I got questions from people who are in Europe and they're going to the concerts in Europe if they should buy the membership before the 2nd of February. I'm not too sure, but I'll tell you something. If you're already like pretty set on buying the membership either way, I suggest you don't wait and just buy it now anyway, so that you, first of all, you get it shipped earlier, so you're not worried about when the card will come and like stuff like that. But also, just in case, because you never know, Reply might just, you know, close the sale for the membership and then you can't buy it anymore. So it's up to you. So as usual, I get a lot of age concerns about the raffle or the pre-sale or for the ground tickets in general. Now, this really depends on the venue. I suggest that you email them. I had a user, Sienna, what's up, on Twitter, message me about this, and I advised her to message the venue, and she did, and she had the courtesy of actually showing me the answer that she got from the venue. She's 17, and they told her that it was completely fine. She could go on the floor at any like section. So I really advise you to just message the venue. They will reply to you, don't worry. Oh, and she also messaged for the Levi Center in Santa Clara, California. Ticket prices. Someone asked me what my predictions were for the ticket pricing, and judging from the Love Yourself tour and the Speak Yourself tour, price range is most likely going to be somewhere between 60 all the way to about 400, maybe even less. I'll put up some screenshots of different venues and how different sections were organized and how much each one cost, give you like a sort of an idea. But in short, we don't know yet. If you're new here, we usually get like about 2-3 days before the ticket sale a seating plan with the ticket prices. I know it kind of gives you some time to stress out because you're not entirely sure what the price range is going to be, but I'm sure that it will most likely be the same, and you know, nothing will change drastically. For Ticketmaster, can you use different devices / different browsers? Yes, you can. However, I'll put a link to a thread in the description, but someone messaged the customer service of Ticketmaster and they told this person that if you use the same account and open like 10 phones with the same account or like 10 browsers or use like 50 devices, your IP is gonna get blocked and you're not gonna get anywhere with purchasing tickets, okay? So don't do that. Maybe create like different accounts and log into different devices or browsers, but don't use the same account and then open 20 million things. Don't do that. Ticketmaster will immediately think you're a bot and they will X you out and you're not going anywhere. For me, the absolute best thing that works is that you just have one account, one website that you know that works fast. Because when you're on the ticketing day, you get really confused and you start rushing and worrying and your heart's like beating out of your chest. So try to stay calm. There are going to be a lot of emotions going through your head, so just breathe. And last but not least, I will give you a little bit of advice before the ticketing date. I know it's drawing nearer and nearer as the days go by, but I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again because I really think it's worth it. If you're really, really set on only one section that you really like, please pick at least up to 5 or 6 other ones just in case. Don't just focus on one place, because the moment you get to Ticketmaster and you click on the section and there are no more places there, you're gonna panic. You're gonna start, you know, saying, fuck it, I need to choose different places where do I go? And to avoid that and keep relaxed and calm, just try to already navigate and know which sections you would most like and pick from those. But keep coming back to the one that you really like as well, because sometimes seats become available out of nowhere as well. Another advice I can give you is to open up a notes tab or a Word document and copy paste your details from your credit card so that you're quick when you've got your tickets to basically copy paste the information on Ticketmaster. Why do you want to do that? Because first of all, you have a timer on you, about 15 minutes, maybe even less. And although it may seem like a lot, trust me, it goes by pretty fast when you're stressing out and like you might make mistakes sometimes. And there are times where Ticketmaster also just kicks you out. Be quick with it, okay? Don't spend too much time. Also, when the general sale happens, knock on wood that this doesn't happen, but if you don't get tickets, please don't feel discouraged. Just keep on trying. Tickets get released all the time. Even after the concert is sold out, tickets will either be taken back from scalpers from Ticketmaster and they'll be released, or some people want to sell it back because they can't go or they've purchased too many by accident. They appear out of nowhere on like random days, so just keep on checking, trust me. But yeah, that's it. I know I come off a little bit strict and mean in these videos than usual, but it's mainly because I sense the urgency that people have and I don't really feel like beating around the bush too much, because I know that when I watch a video like this, I want everything to be quick and to the point and straightforward. I know people expect solid answers. It's either this or that, a yes or a no. I can't give you 100% of those, I'm sorry. But either way, if Big Hit would hire me, as I already mentioned, please, you know, I'm doubling as customer service right now. I'd appreciate an internship, please. If anything new comes out, you already know I'm making a video on it, so I'll see you in the next one. Good luck to everyone who's gonna be purchasing tickets. And as usual, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to contact me. I try to answer absolutely everyone. Do not hesitate. That's it for this week's video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.